Hello there ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new tutorial by myself, Mr. Feudal. So, as per the requests of a lot of the people commenting on my videos, we are going to start a kind of PvP kind of tutorial today. Today we're going to start with the combat tree, which involves Militia, Spearman and Guard. Basically, using your tools, spears and poleaxes to beat your opponents. Now, the stats that you want to be aiming for as an effective spearman or poleaxe or guard, as this skill calls it, are these skills right here. 50 strength, 30 agility, 30 constitution and 30 willpower. Enough to throw a lot, enough to take a lot, fast movement speed and a lot of punching power. So, we have a couple guinea pigs in front of us. Say hello folks.
Hello.
Hello.
So what we're going to do is we're going to attach the fishing pole, because it's apparently a meta weapon now. So contender number 1, step up. Rod.
Oh, that's me.
That is you.
Sorry.
That is you. Right. Fishing pole. Fishing pole looks pretty harmless. Looks pretty... Yeah, it just looks like a big bit of wood. However, I missed. Hit him. 17 blunt damage. Pretty effective. Try a stab. 3 blunt damage. Not so good. Let's try an overhead. Okay, so 8. So the fishing pole is pretty effective. Let's try the primitive axe, which we see a lot of people running about with. So here's a slash. That was a fail. I got that in a blunt. So there we go. 14 slashing damage. Pretty effective. Let's try an overhead. 16, even better. Thrust, 6. So, all in all, if you want to run around and be a primitive pain in the ass, use the axe and the fishing pole. It will guarantee you a kill. So, as soon as you advance past your primitive tools, you're going to have a hatchet and you're going to have a pitchfork maybe. We'll also include a knife. So, to begin with, use the pitchfork like a spear. Thrust. So let's see how much damage this does. 25 damage. 25 piercing damage. He's got very little life left. As you can see, he's kind of bloodied up. So let's try a swing. 21 damage. Now, I don't know if you'll survive this, Rod, so you're going to use the knife. So the first...
Nah, I'll be fine.
So the first one we're going to do is we're going to do a swing. 14 damage. Let's try a piercing shot. So we're going to stab him. 7 piercing damage. Bear in mind, this is not in a player that's armoured. So the next weapon we've got is the hatchet. So this is basically your first primitive killing machine. Ready, Rod? I missed. I missed again. There we go. Overhead. 18 damage. So let's try... I missed again. Why is this not getting you? Wow. There we go. 23 damage. So, all in all, from primitive gear to kind of metal gear, it's a lot better. It's a lot more effective. As you can see, he's pretty bloodied up. He's probably got he's not got a lot of life left. So, thank you, Rod. Thank you for participating in this little bit here. Next skill we want to head for is spears. So you're going to be basic spearman. So there we go, Mr. Meat Shield. This is your time to shine. I'm going to attach the Boar Spear.
Try not to carve out too many pillars.
Yeah, I know. So at level 0 spearman, you can use basic spears and pikes. You can use a short pike at level 0 as well. For this, we are only going to use the spear. Now, to start off with, we're going to do a swing. 18 blunt damage. A few of those and you'll knock him on his ass. However, if you do a few of these, 40 piercing damage with a basic spear. Now, bear in mind, the spear is... Oh, hold on. The spear is only quality 50, so it's not a fully effective tool, if you want to know, if you know what I mean. So the next part is the Boar Spear. This is at level 60 Spearman. It's a wee bit tougher than the basic spear. You may die in this, Meat Shield. You may die. However, it's not all in vain.
I'm prepared to meet my maker.
Are you ready?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. 37. That's probably not. That's probably because I only walked up to you and did that, and I hit you in the arm as well. But you can see it's still a deadly weapon. 30 in the arm's still significant. So those are the basic spears. I'm going to show you the pike. I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually use this effectively against a player because they are meant for horses. So let's try the speed. Let's try the pike. Nope, this is purely for horses. So if
I can gallop.
You can gallop. There we go. You can use it against players that are charging against you. 96 piercing damage. Oh my god. Right, so if you've got any charging enemies at you, hold your ground and lunge the pike right into their chest. You will do massive amounts of damage. I don't know what that would do to an armoured player though. It might be a wee bit different. So we're on to our final spears. I suppose you're up, Aldwin. I suppose you're up. Even though you're meant.
I'm running back.
Even though you're meant to be.
It's okay. I'm nearly back.
Right, cool. So the all pike is. You can use these with a shield, which makes it even more effective. But two-handed will grant a lot better damage. So again, let's start with a swing. 23 blunt damage. Few of those. Knock him on his ass. I'll let you heal him if you want. So the next one we want to do is a thrust. So thrust. 45 piercing damage right to the chest. Very effective, very dangerous. Piercing damage will affect any type of armour. It will go through it, depending what kind of armour it actually is though. Plate should mitigate more of it. But the next one we've got is the Bec De Corbin. This is a level 90 spear. As you can see, it has a kind of hook on it, it has a kind of hammerhead on it, and it has got a large tip to it. So let's start with a swing. 51 piercing damage. Very, very dangerous. Very deadly. Especially with someone that's got no armour on. So, let's try the other swing. And he's dead! 50 piercing damage. Very effective. Very dangerous. Do you want to take the last hit here? Do you want to take the last hit for the piercing? Ready? This is a stabbing motion, so I'm going to aim for the chest. And I hit him in his right arm for 24, but still a lot of damage done.
You want to try that again in the chest?
Nah, I'll just leave it at that. If it was to the chest, it would probably be in the mid-40s. So, the last skill we want to cover in this tutorial is guard. At level 0, you can use your glaive. Now, a glaive is basically a baby partisan. By that, I'll show you what I mean. So, let's attach the glaive at the Geisseram. They look pretty damn deadly. So let's start with the glaive first. Now with this weapon you can swing and you can pierce. You can also overhead. So let's start with a swing. So stand here. 63 slashing damage. A very heavy hit for someone with no armour on. Let's try a stabbing motion. 12 piercing damage. Not so much, but still very effective. So let's move on to the Geisseram. This looks more of a piercing weapon than anything. It's a slashing weapon. So let's try a swing. 37. So as I said, as I predicted, it's not so much a slashing weapon. It's more of a piercing weapon. So there we go. 32 piercing damage. Very deadly. Very, very, very effective. So, those are your first two kind of polearms that you want to be aiming for, along with the stats that I've actually put in as well. Now, let's try the partisan and the poleaxe itself. Aldwin, step forward. We're going to try the poleaxe first. Poleaxe looks like a slashing, a blunt and piercing weapon. So let's try a stabbing motion first. 24 in the torso. Pretty damn good. Let's try a left swing. 62 chopping damage. That's lethal. That's very lethal, actually. Let's try a right swing. 58 chopping damage. Lethal. Very lethal. Especially against anyone who's wearing padded or leather armour. It will slice right through them. Do you want to see the last of your bloody days, Roderick? No? No? You running? Tell you what. Oh, you want me to engage in battle with you? Okay then. There we go. I missed again. Let's try again. Ooh. Hit him for 23 piercing damage on the right forearm. Whoa, nearly. And there we go, 52 slashing to the shin. He is down, he is out. So as you can see, if we go through it, the Militia is pretty good early game. In your mid game, you want to be focusing for the Bec De Corbin or the Albeit. And as soon as you hit guard, you want to aim straight for the poleaxe and the Spearman. Thank you to my guinea pigs. If you want to show your... Oh, you... Yep, thank you to Aldwin, Meat Shield and Roderick for participating in this.
Mercy, I yield.
And for the crime of weakness. Oh, 63 to the head. And he's not dead. So folks, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It was a wee bit of fun for me as well to show you off exactly what kind of weapons that we can actually obtain very early in the game. I didn't mention that these are the most cheap weapons that you can actually forge in your blacksmith or your anvil and forge. These weapons only require bars and billets to craft. I think 1 or 2 need an ingot or 2. However, they are very, very cheap and they are very, very effective. For example, your spears will only cost you a billet and a bar. Your boar spear, a billet and a bar. Your pike, a billet and a bar. Your Bec De Corbin might cost you maybe 2 or 3 bars and a billet, but that would be about it. Your tools, you guys know how to make your tools. It's pretty obvious how to make them. Your pitchfork, that requires, I think, a couple bars, or it might be 2 ingots and a billet. So you can see it doesn't require thick or thin leather. You don't need anything advanced to actually craft these, and they are very, very effective weapons. They are so effective, in fact, that if you come across anyone that has, no armor on, or does have regular or novice armor on, you are going to shred them to bits. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, folks. If you liked this tutorial, consider subscribing, consider leaving a like as well. Roderick's decided to face me off here, so let's see if we can beat him. We got him there, and again, once more. I missed him, and boom, he's dead. Okay folks, I'm out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It's been a wee bit of fun. Showcase a little bit more about the weapon systems of this game. I'm Mr. Feudal, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you later.